How do you reckon the game will go? Obviously, we played last year as a Premier League team versus a Championship team. Obviously, it was a 3-1 win for Fulham. Now equals in the Premier League. Town obviously started the season with 2 defeats in a row in the top flight, but also got knocked out on penalties against Wimbledon. So they're wanting to get points on the board, but it won't be easy. Where do you see it going, and your prediction, my friend?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tricky game for Fulham, and it's for Ipswich. It's the game, right? We talked about City, Liverpool, and then this is where you start the season. And I think for any newly promoted team, your home games are critical. That's where you pick up your points. That's where you get your scalps that can just get you over the line for when those tricky away days don't go to plan. For Fulham, that was absolutely essential when they came up. So that will be the feeling. It will make Portman Road a difficult place to go, and I can see Ipswich getting a result here. And I think with Fulham, that those changes that I talked about mean that they're good on paper, but they haven't quite. I would say they're not at their best yet. They're not clicked into gear yet, and I think that might help Ipswich. I think it's not going to be an easy game for Ipswich at all. Fulham have got plenty of qualities themselves, and I think, as you mentioned, we saw that in the Carabao Cup tie last year. The fact that they can make 11 changes and still field a team as strong as they did during the week, that says a lot. So it's a game that Fulham will put down as a win. It's a game that they will want to take something from, but I could easily see Ipswich taking a point. So I'll go with a draw, and I think we'll go from there. I think for Ipswich, it's important about getting off the mark, not trying to pierce some of the pressure that comes with not starting and getting your points on the board and go from there.
Yeah, I'm also on the fence. I think it will be a draw as well, but you just never know what could happen. And Portman Road will be electric once again. Maybe not as pumped up as Liverpool, because that was always going to be a big game, because it was on telly and the first game back in the Premier League after 2 decades or so. So yeah, this game will be a bit different, but I'm looking forward to it. But any other business, Peter, before you rush off to get ready on the phones again to see what's going on with Fulham?
No other business. I think it's I think for Fulham, if they can get Nuama in, that'll be some good business. They always sometimes tend to produce a rabbit from the hat, so you never quite know what can happen. So I think that yes, they've lost Palhinha. I think the fact that they've kept most other aspects of their core, because you can often see it where teams lose too many too quickly, and that can be problematic. But I think it'd be good to see what Ipswich look like. I think with Kieran McKenna, it's clear what the style of play is, right? And the fact that he's maintained that through the divisions and will do that in the Premier League is admirable. But also, I think you have to kind of do it. You've got to find a way of, because Fulham, when they came up, they didn't change a lot. They just adapted their personnel and some of the key roles to be a bit more combative, have a bit more fight within that group. And I think that's the one thing you've got to be difficult to play. So they can make Portman Road a difficult place to go as well, then all the better.
Okay, my friend. Well, bring it on. Thanks for joining me. Thanks everyone for watching. If you haven't already, follow the coverage of us. If you're going to the game, enjoy. As well, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to subscribe on our website. £3 for 3 months for our current offer. And check out Peter with the great work he does at The Athletic covering Fulham. So bye for now.